And here we go. Once again, banning the same. I did it this time. I personally banned this idiot who keeps entering the stream chat under different names. You have to understand that no one cares. You're wasting your time. Like, honestly, anything you could be doing with your life is more of a valuable use of time because no one on this stream cares about you or your feelings or anything you have to say. It's too bad. You are in the most insignificant spot you could possibly be. So if that's you who keeps making multiple accounts, please, please, just do something else with your life. It's going to behoove you to do so. All right. So a few... I try to do stuff, you know, I'm trying to do it, and it's not working, and I get frustrated, and the stream gets frustrated, and I'm sure the people watching on YouTube get frustrated, and I'm sure that I'll get 100 negative comments. Oh, Phil relies on the stream chat too much, and see what happens. And it's like, well, if I didn't even listen to the stream chat, I never would have even known that existed, so it wouldn't have even happened. So at least for those who have a sense of humor and watched it, they probably laughed and said, ha, Phil got fooled, or ha, Phil got confused, and they like to rage. But there's always going to be this group of people who, oh my god, I watch on YouTube, but Phil was interacting with the stream chat, how dare he? And they get all pissy about it. Well, tough shit is what I have to say to them. Because, you know, since I started live streaming last year, I do like my interaction with the stream chat. I find it fun. And I'll be honest, during this playthrough, there's been a lot of cryptic stuff, hidden items, secrets and such that I unlocked because specifically people in the stream chat helped me out. So I do want to say thank you to those who did kind of give me, you know, some tips and pointers during the course of my playthrough. You know, because it definitely helped to find some of the better unique stuff in the game, some of the fun stuff, and I enjoyed that. It makes it a better experience, you know. The only thing I really want to bring up is there is the big controversy for today is because in the weekend preview last night I brought up the fact that they are releasing this Last of Us DLC on Valentine's Day, and I actually disagree with that decision because number one, Naughty Dog basically made a deal with Sony. If you know Sony and you know PSN, you know that they don't release anything on a Friday. PSN usually updates, I believe it's Tuesday or Wednesday, and that's when all DLCs and things release. Well, Naughty Dog made some kind of an agreement with Sony to have their DLC come out on Friday so that it would have a worldwide release the same as when The Last of Us came out last year. Which is fine in my opinion, but what's not fine in my opinion is that they're releasing it on Valentine's Day. Now, I know that I'm probably in the minority here, especially when it comes to gamers on the internet, all right? But I don't think that these DLCs or major games should be released on any kind of a holiday at all, because that's isolating a certain demographic of people, you know? And I hate to say it, but I used to feel this too, that releasing something like that on a major holiday is basically saying, well, if you're a gamer and you don't celebrate that holiday, well, good for you. Here's something for you to do. It's your consolation prize while everyone else just celebrates the holiday. And I think a lot of people misconstrued what I said last night, thinking that it was, oh, I'm mad that I can't play the DLC on launch day because I'm going to make money doing it. That wasn't the point I was making. The point I was making was releasing it specifically on that day when they obviously made a special deal with Sony to release their DLC on a Friday. It could have been any other fucking Friday. Hell, this past Friday, what came out? Nothing. Was it a holiday? No. This coming Friday, what comes out? Nothing. Anything, you know, there? No. So why did they specifically have to say, I want it on February 14th? That makes no sense to me, right? And so anyone who you know, maybe has a significant other and you do celebrate Valentine's Day, maybe a little peeved if you were a fan of The Last of Us and maybe you wanted to play it on that day, but you're spending that day with your significant other. It's way more important, let's face it, right? And now you have to wait. Now, some people said, well, Phil, a lot of people don't care about a game being played on launch day. I agree there. I completely agree. A lot of people don't give a shit. But a lot of us do. And let's face it, my point here being made is that if you're going to play a new release on release day, you're kind of on the same page as everyone else. No one else has played the game. No one has advanced knowledge of what's going to happen in this game or DLC. And so you're all kind of get this hype, this launch day hype, where you're all playing it at once and wow, this is truly the first experience of it. Then immediately, when everyone beats it, they take to the internet, they review it, they fucking talk about it, there's videos of it, and it immediately gets spoiled. So like I said, I mean, the good comparison here would be, imagine playing Grand Theft Auto 5 on launch day, okay? Or playing Grand Theft Auto 5 3 weeks later. And knowing all the people who talked about it on the internet, how hard it would be to even isolate yourself from having any knowledge of what was in the game, what the missions were about. But chances are, if you didn't play Grand Theft Auto 5 when it was new, you got spoiled. And so for someone like me, I like playing things, if I can help it, on release day, so I don't get majorly spoiled about what's in the game. So for this DLC, again, to be released on a day when there are going to be a large group of people who probably are going to have other things to do, because it is scheduled on this particular day, I disagree with that practice. Now, other people are just being completely unreasonable and saying, it's not a real holiday. Fuck you, Phil. You're an idiot. It's not a national holiday. The government still operates and the mail still delivers, so it doesn't count. And I'm like, you people are just so close-minded. You don't get the point that I'm making, right? And, I mean, I used to be in the boat of people who didn't have girlfriends or didn't have a significant other. For a long time in my life. I'll be honest, a long time in my life, Valentine's Day was just another day. And I agree, a lot of people say, oh, it's just a commercial holiday where, you know, you just run out and spend money and buy stuff, and that's all it's about. It's not a real holiday. Well, it's that if that's what you make of it, right? You know, in the 2 years that I've been dating my girlfriend, what we've done is we've scheduled special stuff for that day that maybe normally we wouldn't be able to do, or we're making special time to do. This Friday on Valentine's Day, we made special reservations at a nice restaurant to go out and have a really nice dinner, a romantic dinner together. And we're going to make plans this week of what else we want to do around that day. Unfortunately, get this, it's going to fucking snow again. Yes, it's going to fucking snow again this week on Thursday. We're supposed to get 4 to 8 inches of snow. So dependent on how much snow we get, and if it's fluffy snow that we can easily shovel and move versus icy, shitty snow, which we had last week, it's going to depend on how much we can actually do on Valentine's Day. You know? And it sucks, but here we go again with the fucking snow. So stupid, right? So anyway, you know, a lot of people do special things and actually do celebrate Valentine's Day as a special day. And not to say that, okay, well, yeah, sure, if you live with your girlfriend or your boyfriend, or if you've been with them for several years and you get to see them all the time, maybe Valentine's Day shouldn't be that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Because you should be showing love for that person all the time. But in a situation like mine, where I don't get to see my girlfriend all the time, I only get to see her for a short or extended weekend, a certain visit once a month because she lives states away, it's a big deal. We like to schedule special stuff and special events and things for this visit, right? So I still just philosophically completely disagree with a game studio specifically choosing a day when they know that Valentine's Day is a day that a large portion of the populace in the United States, which, by the way, Naughty Dog is a United States developer, that they will be celebrating a holiday on that day. And I will stand by my belief that it's slap in the face to people who maybe don't have a significant other or don't celebrate it and say, well, here's your consolation prize. You may not have a significant other, but here's a DLC for you. You could play it on the day. Like, what the fuck? Seriously. And no, of course, they're never going to come out and say that. It doesn't mean that it can't be insinuated. It's ridiculous. There's no reason for this to be this Friday. It could be any other Friday of the year. They specifically chose this one. They specifically made a deal with Sony for it to be this one. And I don't like that practice. Now, the bottom line is this. It's not going to affect my playthrough of it because my playthrough, as I said in the weekend preview, is going to be Monday night. And since I'm going to be with my girlfriend all weekend, we're going to be busy. We're going to be out and about. We have all these things planned we're going to be doing together. So I'm not even going to be following the internet. I'm not going to be, oh, here's the review of the DLC and everyone talking about the DLC and what's in the DLC. I'm not going to be affected by any of that. I won't be exposed to it. So when I play the game on Monday, I won't, you know, it'll be fresh. It'll be like as if it never even released on Friday. It's like brand new to me. But for the average person, are they, like for me, are they going to be isolated that weekend away from the internet, busy doing shit? Probably not. So if you don't get to play it on launch day, you're probably going to get spoiled. So there's a lot of points to be raised. You can agree with me or you cannot agree with me. You know what I mean? And it's about being able to put yourself in another person's shoes and understand the perspective that they're coming from. I can completely understand why people would say, well, it's not a big deal. We don't celebrate Valentine's Day and we're just going to play it, all right? I can understand that. But the hilarious stuff that goes on the internet, of course, on my videos, and the comments left on the Weekend Preview saying that I'm an idiot and I only see from my perspective and I don't understand that there are people who would love to play this on Friday and Valentine's Day isn't a real holiday. I'm a moron because it's not a government celebrated or recognized holiday, so I don't know what I'm talking about. And then thumbs down on the video. Oh, he mentioned this, thumbs down. This whole video's garbage, thumbs down. Like, what the fuck? You know, so stupid. But that's my feelings on the subject. And by the way, I already posted up that full, what I just basically explained, I posted up fully on the video this morning so that people who are maybe checking out the video later on are like, gee, why are there all these thumbs down? And then they look at the comment and they can say, okay, well, Phil made this argument, didn't get to elaborate on it in the video, and all these people kind of had a backlash against him. I guess because they hate Valentine's Day. I don't even know what else to say. Seriously. So it is what it is.
Working up a lather in the shower. Oh shit. That's a lot of shit. Trying not to get too much water up in the shower, but you know. Alright, how about the balls, huh? Wash your balls. Yeah. Scrub the balls. Oh. I use the detail inside to wash off. Oh my god. Oh. You don't want to use the detail inside to wash your balls. Oh. Oh, that hurts. Ow. What do I think of the axe detailer? Groovy! What do I think of the axe detailer? Groovy.